NDVI, or Normalized Difference Vegetation Index, is one of the most widely used vegetation indices in remote sensing. It helps us measure the presence, density, and health of vegetation using satellite or drone imagery. At first, NDVI may sound like a complicated scientific term, but the core idea is actually very simple. Ndvi helps answer one important question: how healthy and how green is the vegetation in a given area? To understand Ndvi properly, we first need to understand how plants interact with light. When sunlight falls on a plant, not all wavelengths of light behave the same way. Some light is absorbed, some is reflected, and some may pass through the leaf tissue. Plants contain a pigment called chlorophyll, which plays a critical role in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll strongly absorbs red light, because red light provides energy needed for photosynthesis. At the same time, healthy plant leaves strongly reflect near-infrared light, often called NIR. This reflected near-infrared light is invisible to our eyes, but satellite sensors can detect it easily. This difference between red absorption and near-infrared reflection forms the foundation of Ndvi. Healthy vegetation absorbs most red light and reflects a lot of near-infrared light. Unhealthy vegetation, stressed crops, dry grass, or sparse vegetation reflect less near-infrared and often absorb less red as well. Bare soil behaves differently, and water behaves differently again. Because each surface reflects light differently, we can mathematically compare them. And this is exactly what Ndvi does. Ndvi uses two spectral bands. 1. Red band. 2. Near-infrared band. The Ndvi formula is Ndvi equals near-infrared minus red, divided by near-infrared plus red. Let's understand what this formula means. The numerator, NIR minus red, measures the contrast between reflected infrared and absorbed red light. The denominator, NIR plus red, normalizes the value so results stay within a fixed range. Because of normalization, Ndvi values always lie between -1 and +1. This fixed range makes Ndvi easy to compare across different regions and dates. Now let's interpret these values. Ndvi close to +1 usually indicates dense, healthy vegetation. Typical values between 0.6 and 0.9 often represent thick forests, healthy crops, or lush vegetation. Ndvi between 0.2 and 0.5 usually indicates moderate vegetation, shrubs, grasslands, or partially healthy crops. Ndvi near 0 often represents bare soil, rocks, sand, or urban surfaces. Negative Ndvi values usually represent water, snow, clouds, or highly reflective non-vegetated surfaces. So in simple words, higher Ndvi equals healthier vegetation. Lower Ndvi equals weaker or no vegetation. Let's take a numerical example. Suppose a crop field reflects near-infrared equals 0.7, red equals 0.20. Putting these into the formula, Ndvi is almost equal to 0.56. An Ndvi of 0.56 suggests fairly healthy vegetation. Now imagine a dry field. Near-infrared equals 0.3, red equals 0.25. Then Ndvi is almost equal to 0.09. This indicates poor vegetation health or sparse vegetation. This shows how Ndvi converts raw spectral data into meaningful vegetation information. Now let's understand why red and NIR specifically are used. Why not blue or green? Because red and near-infrared show the strongest contrast for vegetation. Healthy leaves absorb red strongly because chlorophyll uses red photons for photosynthesis. But leaf internal structure, especially spongy mesophyll tissue, strongly reflects near-infrared. This creates a sharp spectral difference that makes vegetation easy to detect. This behavior forms part of a plant's spectral signature. A spectral signature is the unique way a material reflects electromagnetic radiation across wavelengths. Vegetation has a very recognizable spectral signature. Low reflectance in red, high reflectance in NIR. That makes Ndvi extremely powerful. Ndvi is widely used in agriculture. Farmers use Ndvi to monitor crop health, detect water stress, identify nutrient deficiency, and optimize irrigation. Instead of walking through every field, a farmer can analyze an Ndvi map from satellite imagery. Weak zones appear immediately. This enables precision agriculture. Ndvi is also heavily used in forestry. Scientists use it to measure forest health, biomass, canopy density, and deforestation. In drought monitoring, Ndvi helps track vegetation stress over time. During drought, plant health declines, chlorophyll decreases, and Ndvi values drop. Governments monitor these changes to assess agricultural risk. Ndvi is also useful in ecology and climate science. Researchers use it to study seasonal vegetation cycles, desertification, land degradation, and carbon uptake. Even wildfire recovery can be monitored using Ndvi. Burned areas show low Ndvi initially. As vegetation regrows, Ndvi gradually increases. Many satellites can calculate Ndvi. Popular examples include Landsat 9 Sentinel-2, MODIS, and drone-mounted multispectral sensors. Ndvi can also be generated inside GIS software such as ArcGIS Pro and QGIS. Now let's discuss limitations. Because Ndvi is powerful, but not perfect. First limitation: saturation. In very dense forests, Ndvi stops increasing significantly. For example, two dense forests with different biomass may show similar high Ndvi values. This reduces sensitivity in heavily vegetated areas. Second limitation: soil background effect. Sparse vegetation over bright soil can distort Ndvi. Sometimes soil reflectance effects results more than vegetation. Third limitation: atmospheric effects. Dust, haze, aerosols, and clouds can alter reflectance values and affect Ndvi accuracy. Fourth limitation: mixed pixels. A single pixel may contain vegetation, soil, roads, and water all together. That blended signal can reduce Ndvi accuracy. Because of these limitations, scientists developed improved vegetation indices. Examples include EVI improves performance in dense vegetation, SAVI reduces soil background effect, GNDVI useful for chlorophyll estimation. Even so, Ndvi remains the most popular vegetation index because it is simple, fast, and highly effective. So at the end of the day, Ndvi is essentially a mathematical way of measuring plant health from space. By comparing how much red light plants absorb and how much near-infrared light they reflect, Ndvi converts invisible spectral information into a simple number between -1 and +1. That single number can tell us whether vegetation is healthy, stressed, sparse, or absent. And that is why Ndvi has become one of the most important tools in modern remote sensing, helping agriculture, forestry, climate science, ecology, and environmental monitoring around the world.